Hello everyone, I am Dolmio007 and welcome to my channel Games R Us. In my videos descriptions you can find links to my streaming channel on Twitch as well as Discord server link and Facebook fan page. So guys, let the games begin.
Hi and welcome everyone to update 2023 for the Unova Elite Four. And believe me when I say it never been this easy. It's easier than before. Never been this easy to beat Unova. So this is my original team. I've got my Scum the same way like I had it before from Sinok. I've got my Starmie with me as well. With Surf and Thunderbolt standard setup. I've got my Gallardos, Jolly Moxie with standard setup. We got the Gengar standard setup, and don't forget I'm not using any of the items. I have literally no items other than leftovers on the Blissey, but Blissey I won't even use it this time. My previous video I was heavily relied on Blissey. I've got Cloyster, which is gonna take crucial part in the final, of course, and it's obviously a Jolly skill linked one as well. It's quite important to have skill link ability and Jolly nature. So the first one, Chantal, is actually best to start with Gallardo straight away. There's no point trying to set up hazards because it's got like a mirror bounce Sableye Mega. So if you try to set up any stealth rocks or spikes or anything, it will bounce back at you and you will set up on your side rather than on there. So you might as well start from Gallardos. I should have done that originally, but never mind. And Gallardos here again is going to take a crucial part in most of these battles. Pretty much is going to sweep through most of the Unova Elite Four. Very important Pokemon. So after the update and after the changes we recently had in the game in Unity version of Pokemon Planet, now you only have 10% buff on Unova Elite Four, where previously you had 40% buff, which was a crazy difference. It was so much harder to defeat them, but as you can see now, it didn't take me long to beat the first one. Now we got Marshall. I'm gonna start this time with the setup because I can, and same thing, if you don't have a Skarmory, you can start maybe with some other Pokemon that you can do at least the Stealth Rock, which should be more than enough. If you have a Skarmory, that's even better. It doesn't have to be necessarily the same nature, as long as you train the defense and HP, that way you can still set up what you need to set up. Now, once obviously I've got my Scum killed, Gallardos is coming out to play yet again, and he's gonna be leading the charge. So again, Waterfall after Waterfall, usually that's how it goes with this Pokemon, but not always. He's got other useful moves as well. So we got the Terrakion now, and Waterfall will do the trick. We have now Ember, which is basically a fire Pokemon, so as you can imagine, Waterfall is perfect for it. This time we're gonna go for Earthquake. We got a Steel Pokemon, so Earthquake always is the one that you want to go for against Steel Pokemon. And finally, we're gonna have another Steel Pokemon, Fighting Steel, which Earthquake again is super effective, but unfortunately he outspeeded me, so maybe it was worth at some point maybe setting up a Dragon Dance just to get that little bit extra speed, but that doesn't really matter, guys, because if you have any other Pokemon, even simple Pokemon with you as a support, you're gonna deal with that one remaining Pokemon with ease. I always remind everyone, don't forget to heal your Pokemon after the battle before you jump into the next, because you're gonna regret if you forget to use your potions or your revives, obviously. So make sure you're ready for the next one. Now we got Grimsley. So again, I'm gonna start with a setup. In this particular battle, I actually can set up again. So I'm gonna go for it. It always helps. It's a bit more difficult without setting up, but even then these Pokemon are not as buffed as used to be, so it's much easier than back in the day in the older version of Pokemon Planet. Now of course Gallardos is coming out for play yet again, of course with the Waterfall as usual, a powerful move for this Pokemon. Now we're gonna have Earthquake just because it's super effective against Skunk Tank, and they're gonna have some problems in this battle anyway, because at the very end it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. My Gyarados will not survive, but again, we had the Steel Pokemon, Earthquake, super effective. Now we have Darkrai, which is a little bit trickier, but again, because it's Moxie ability, already +5 attack, it's hard to stop that Gyarados now. It's basically almost unstoppable at this point. The only difference now is that the Yveltal will outspeed me now, unfortunately. So Gyarados couldn't finish it off, the whole sweep. But nonetheless, that was pretty easy battle, to be honest, guys. So I'm gonna go for Gengar just because he's got a super effective moves, like Thunderbolt against him. Of course, the Yveltal's got super effective moves against Gengar as well, so sacrifice the Gengar, get the Starmie out with the Thunderbolt again, and job is done. And then we can be off to the next. So now we only have one more left before the final. So now we have Caitlyn, and I'm gonna again set up my Starfrog spikes. Same old, with the Metagross Mega. Of course, he's gonna finish me off because he's got super effective moves against me. But then you got the Gengar there, Shadow Ball should do the trick. Obviously, these Pokemon against each other, well, it's sometimes it's a bit difficult for Gengar, but it will be pretty much effective against most of these Pokemon here because they Ghost Pokemon or Dark Pokemon. Which the Shadow Ball usually is very effective. Unfortunately, in this case, it's been left on 2%. Don't forget, guys, I'm not using any items at all, okay? So there's no boost for my Pokemon. All I have is a leftovers on my Blissey. So I'm just trying to show you how easy it is. If you have any Pokemon with items, then that's even better. Unfortunately, I've done a mistake over there. I tried to set up my Gyarados with Dragon Dance instead of just literally attack him. If you would actually attack him with my Gyarados, then you would find that it would be very easy. But now, the only other item I've got is on my Cloyster, which is a permanent focus sash just in case, so I can set up my Shell Smash. And now I'm gonna have a bit of a fun with the skill link, so I'm gonna go for a Rock Blast this time. It's actually enough for most of these Pokemon just to finish it off because you gain extra speed once you do your Shell Smash. Before, this Pokemon would not work in Unova Elite Four. I know because I tried previously, and you wouldn't be any effective on basically anything. Usually you would have died. So even you saw it right now, I didn't quite finish him off, so I had to get my Starmie out to finish the job. So this battle particularly was a little bit messy. That could have been avoided. That was sort of my fault, but I'm just trying to show you this so you can see that even if you mess up a little bit these days, you can still pretty much come out of it and still win. So don't make the same mistakes as I did in this battle. Let that be a lesson to you guys. So now off to the final. It's time to get our Odenite because that's what you get for beating. And basically all you need against Iris is a Cloyster with the, obviously, preferably with a focus sash. And just to protect yourself, you do a Shell Smash, and Ice Spear pretty much deals with the whole final challenge for you. So just let's have a quick look. So now we got a Rock Blast because obviously Rock Blast is more effective in this case than the Ice Spear, but pretty much the rest of Pokemon here, you're just going to be constantly using the Ice Spear, and literally this is it. Iris and her Pokemon won't be able to do anything against this Pokemon now. With the extra speed from Shell Smash and extra attack, it's just fun to watch how the Ice Spear does the job. So we've got literally 3 more Pokemon left, or I should say now just 2. And Garchomp Mega, that's even 4 times effective against him, so that's even easier. He's gonna literally do it in 2 hits. And finally, well, this is it, guys. This is it. So I hope this was very helpful for you guys. I hope it was as easy as it was for me. I literally Hope you had fun while doing so, because when I was doing it for the first time ever, I had to heavily rely on Blissey as well and doing Toxic Stall, and it was a long process back in the day. Now, right now, at this point in time, it's never been easier. Never been easier, guys. So now you have your Order Knight in your bag, and now you can have a Mega Odino if you desire so. So, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Good luck, have fun, and take care for now. See you later.